The price of Bitcoin is $56,926. It keeps pumping and the market is incredibly bullish right now. Last week, I was wrong. I was wrong to be bearish on the price of Bitcoin, and it has proven me wrong by slapping my short positions into oblivion. But this week, things have changed. We're bullish here on the channel, the altcoin portfolio is pumping, and it's time to make some money because you don't want to be betting against the bull when it is this strong. So today it's time to analyze the price of Bitcoin. We're going to look at a couple altcoin projects as well that are launching in the next few days that could potentially be 10 to 100x altcoins. We're going to see. And at the same time, if you wouldn't mind, slap a like on today's video. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We're back. We're bullish. Let's crack on. So, first things first, the price of Bitcoin. Yes, it's $56,931 right now. Are we bullish? Of course we're bullish because the price keeps on rising. Now, you'll see these nice funny lines here on the screen. I want you to pay attention to these bars throughout the course of the next few weeks, and you'll see how accurate these bars can be. These bars are something that I've been working on for 2 years now, and they are very, very accurate. This is the 45-minute chart for Bitcoin, and it caught the entire pump to the upside. At the same time, I can show you other charts here, not Ethereum versus Bitcoin, but the Ethereum USD chart. Again, it caught the entire pump to the upside. It's a very, very accurate indicator that I've been building, and soon I'm going to share it with you all. So make sure you slap a like on this video and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. But today, $56,958. Can this pump continue? Well, the simple answer to that would be perhaps, because looking at the current price, we are shooting upwards right now. The indicator is not saying take profit. The trade is still open here on the indicator. However, it is important to point out that it is starting to head back to the downside and the upside is running out for the price of Bitcoin. However, that's not to say the price of Bitcoin won't continue to rally. If we remove the indicator again from the screen, just so it can reset here, it's important to point out that Bitcoin actually popped the top here. And this is a very, very important change for Bitcoin. It reminds me of the time when Bitcoin broke that $20,000 level and people started shorting the price of Bitcoin, expecting it to go lower. But I think there becomes a point in the history for Bitcoin where you just stop betting against it because it's going to be a losing battle. And I think we might be at that point now. It wouldn't surprise me to see Bitcoin surpass all-time highs in the coming days, surpassing $65,000 per coin. For me, Bitcoin isn't the play right now. I'm looking at how Bitcoin is going to affect and impact the altcoin market because that is where we're going to profit the most in the coming days, weeks, and months. I am, of course, trading the price of Bitcoin, and I am long on the price of Ethereum right now because Ethereum has been dropping a lot of value against that of Bitcoin in recent days. If we look at the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart right now, you can see that basically it got rejected pretty significantly, and this is a pretty significant rejection. It has lost in the past couple of days or so around 6% of its value against that of Bitcoin. So that's not particularly great news for Ethereum, but it does mean that we've got another opportunity because basically a spot Ethereum ETF is perhaps coming soon. Now, if we quickly peruse the headlines for today, here is why Bitcoin miner Hut8 is selling its reserved 9,000 Bitcoin ahead of halving. It is important to point out that there will likely be profit taking around the time of halving, and typically halving, it rallies up to it and then dumps straight after it. But the overall major bull run comes in the 18 months after Bitcoin halving. The bull run has not yet started. People thought that I was crazy when the price of Bitcoin was $16,000 and I was saying it's going to $300,000. Well, I don't seem so crazy right now with Bitcoin only being a 5x away from $300,000, and actually $300,000 to me is starting to sound pessimistic by the end of an 18-month bull run. It will get there. I am very, very confident about that. Now, moving on from this, if we look at other headlines for the day, 5 senators sponsor legislation opposing President Biden's CBDC. CBDCs are on the way. They will impact Bitcoin because it offers more liquidity in the cryptocurrency space, and ultimately they are a bullish thing for cryptocurrencies because it will just encourage adoption and education around decentralized currencies rather than centralized currencies. They can issue these pieces of poo all they like, but it doesn't mean that we have to use them. Instead, we we can just use private digital currencies. And now moving on from that, Peter Brandt has raised Bitcoin target to $200,000 as the price has hit $57,000, and over $160 million worth of positions were liquidated as Bitcoin breached $57,000. I was trying to hold out on my short position. I thought that we were going to get that drop. We didn't get that drop. I don't really care, to be honest, because from my perspective, I've been invested into Bitcoin since $16,000. I sold my car, didn't sell my house, but remortgaged part of it. I took out loans to go and buy more Bitcoin with it. And I'm sitting quite pretty right now on quite a healthy Bitcoin stack, including my altcoin portfolio. It's all going quite well. A small short hedge position doesn't affect me that much. Yes, I lost about $35,000, but it's not the end of the world. We rebuild, and $35,000, well, that's just one day longing Bitcoin. So, talking of longing Bitcoin, what are my current plans and my current open trades? Well, as it sits right now, I am in a long position, like I said, on the price of Ethereum. If we look at this here, $3,255 is the current price of Ethereum. And if you want to trade Ethereum, check out PHEMEX. A lot of you have been telling me recently that you've been banned from Bybit because you're in the Netherlands or you're in the UK. Well, PHEMEX still accepts you as users without KYC in the UK and in the Netherlands. So check that out. You'll find a link for it in today's video description. And if you use that link, you get up to $8,800 for free and you support the channel. I appreciate it a lot. Moving on from that though, why am I long on Ethereum right now? Well, if you look at Ethereum, as I already explained, the Bitcoin value has dropped. That's quite decent. But if you look at Ethereum's US dollar value, it continues to rise, just not quite at the same pace. And when looking at this indicator right now that I've been developing for an incredibly long period of time, that by the way, let's just have a look at the accuracy of this. Short position opens here, where it goes red, boom, drop. Long position opens here, boom, pump. Long position opens here, boom, pump. We open a tiny short there, we reject off it, we say no, and again, we go long at this point here. We can see throughout history, it doesn't matter what chart we go to here, we can see that basically this indicator is incredibly accurate. So, trusting in the process here, I am long on the price of Ethereum right now until the Ethereum, the indicator that I've been developing says not to go long on the price of Ethereum. And to be honest, my price target for Ethereum is around $4,000 per coin. I know it seems optimistic, but it might not seem optimistic in just a few days' time. Pay attention to the markets right now. Again, it's important to point out, look, we could be being euphoric right now. This could be the euphoria. We could be about to drop, which is why you need to have stop losses in place. Don't be trading without a stop loss in this market. This market can be incredibly volatile. But today I said I was also going to discuss some altcoins. The first altcoin that I want to talk to you about is Beoble. It's beoble.io. You can say I've got two laptops here, how fancy. But basically, the chat solution for Web3 people. It's kind of like, what do they call it? Friend tech. But it's a bit different than Friend Tech in that it's way nicer to look at, way more developed, and it's launching very soon. You can get in on this early before it's even launched. If we go over to Beoble's Twitter, they are launching in the next 24 to 48 hours over on Bybit. And if you go over to Bybit, you can listen, play the recordings and whatnot, and you'll be able to see that basically they are on Bybit's launchpad right now. And you can apply to Bybit's launchpad and invest in Beoble. I'm doing the exact same thing. They're also going to be launching on KuCoin. That's quite exciting. And they're launching on KuCoin at 12 o'clock on February the 28th. So it's coming soon, and that's quite exciting. I'd recommend you look into this one. I think it's going to be quite a big project in the weeks to come and years to come, and I'm investing in it for the long term. Now, other projects to check out right now, the other one would be LaunchBlock is up 58% today. I keep tipping this one as a good one, and you can see it's still only a $6.2 million market cap, fully diluted, it's 17.9 million, but still, it is absolutely tiny, and I think this is going to go at least 5x from here in the coming weeks. Now, I warned you at the start of the month over on Twitter many times. This thing is due a pump. There's 3 more listings coming on LaunchBlock very soon. That will mean there is a driving or up demand for the LaunchBlock token, so that people can stake the token, invest in the IDO and profit from the launch of that project. That is what we're looking at right now, very similar to the Beoble situation, but I'd recommend you check out Beoble. You'll find a link for it in today's video description, as well as a link for PHEMEX. Check it all out. What are you expecting from the market right now? I'm bullish, I'm excited, and I hope you are too. Make sure you have slapped like on this video. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. The bull market is back. We're going to print cash. Happy days. See you in the next video tomorrow. Goodbye.